The Emperor Trojan has goat ears. Once upon a time, there was an emperor named Trojan. He had goat ears. It was his custom at this time to have a barber come to the palace every morning in order to shave the royal visage. It was also his custom, after the royal shave, to ask the barber if they had noticed anything unusual about the emperor, to which the barbers would respond, The emperor has goat ears. Inevitably, the emperor had them executed. As you can imagine, this caused a dearth in the population of barbers in this particular empire, and it got to the point where they had to call in the head of the Barbers' Guild to do the emperor's morning shave. As he was setting out, however, he suddenly noticed that he very sick and couldn't go. He had sent his apprentice in his place. The apprentice went, headed up to the palace to shave the emperor, where he was, of course, stopped and asked why he wasn't the barber who had been sent for. He explained thusly that his master had grown very ill and could not come for the great task of shaving the emperor, and alas, there was only myself judged worthy and trustworthy enough to shave the emperor, so I have come to do my job. This pleased the emperor, and the apprentice was allowed to proceed. After the shave, the emperor asked the apprentice, So, did you notice anything unusual about me? To which the apprentice replied, No. No. This pleased the emperor, and he gave the apprentice 12 golden ducats and told him to come back every morning in order to proceed with the shaving of the royal visage. The apprentice returned home, and his master asked him how things had gone with the emperor, to which the apprentice replied, Excellently, I shaved him so well that he gave me 12 golden ducats and bade me to come back to the palace every morning to shave him. He didn't mention the goat ears. This went on for some time. The apprentice would go to the palace, shave the emperor, get 12 ducats every time, golden ones, and then he would return home with a secret burning inside of him. He had to tell somebody, come on! It was killing him. His master noticed that he was looking perturbed and asked what was the matter, to which the apprentice replied, Alas, I have a secret. I can't tell. The master told the apprentice that he could confide in his master, who was a very trustworthy man and the head of the Barbers' Guild. Or if not, you can tell your pastor, or, you can dig a hole in the ground and tell it to the hole in the ground. The apprentice thought that the last idea was really quite the best of the three, and went as far as he could walk, and dug a hole as deep as he could dig, and prepared to disclose his secret. The Emperor Trojan has goat ears. He repeated this 3 times. The Emperor Trojan has goat ears. The Emperor Trojan has goat ears. Immediately, he felt as though a burden had fallen off of him. Wow. He covered up the hole very carefully, and he headed back to town feeling light as a feather. Out of the hole, in a few weeks, grew a tree. 3 branches. Straight, slender, perfect for making flutes out of, which is exactly what a passing shepherd did when he saw them. Made a flute. He got ready with his fantastic new flute, went to play it, and it went... The Emperor Trojan has goat ears. The Emperor Trojan has goat ears. What a flute. Wow. So the shepherd went and showed his neighbors showed their neighbors, and pretty soon the whole kingdom knew, including the emperor. The emperor, not happy, shouted for the apprentice to be brought into his presence and said, "What have you been telling people about me?" The apprentice was scared to death, but tried to explain. I never told anybody. No, never. I never told anybody. But the emperor didn't believe him and pulled out his sword. And the apprentice grumbled, saying, "No, I didn't do it. I had to tell somebody. And I dug a hole in the ground, and then I told it the hole around the tree, and then the tree made a flute, and the flute said I didn't do it." The emperor decided to see if this was so, and he summoned the apprentice to go with him in his royal carriage to the place he had walked to. There was not the whole tree left. There was only 1 branch by this point, but they got that branch, and they had a royal flute maker come and make a beautiful flute out of it. And then they got the royal flautist, who was the best and could make beautiful music come out of any flute in the entire world. And he got ready with the flute, and he played. It was the most beautiful rendition of "The Emperor Trojan has goat ears" that you ever heard. After this, the emperor was forced to admit that the apprentice had not betrayed his confidence, but that the earth always gives up his secrets. So he allowed the apprentice to live, but he never had him back to shape him again.